Okay, Barton, congratulations on getting to the final. What's your predictions for the match?
I think we'll smash them like we did last time.
Okay, so up until now, what has been the highlight of your season?
Prague, it's got to be.
Prague?
The little away day tour, yeah.
What is your greatest strength and weakness as a captain?
Strength is that I can raise the tempo just with my feet.
That's true.
Weakness, I would have to say, is that I can often let that get in front of me and start getting yellow and red cards. Possibly a bit of a problem.
If someone wrote a biography about you, what would the title of the book be?
El Capitano.
If you could compare yourself to another professional footballer, who would you be and why?
I'd like to say Paul Scholes, but I'd probably say it's probably more like Darren Fletcher. Something like that.
Who do you feel has improved the most this season?
This season, biggest improvement. I would go with Carl Stirrup, starting from the beginning. It took him a bit of a while to get settled in, but he's started bossing the play now.
That's good. Which player on the pitch reminds you of a different professional footballer? Who does he remind you of and why?
Okay, so we've got Matty Smith.
Yeah.
He's the Mario Götze of the team. He's got quick feet. He's got a good finish, and it does help that he looks like him as well.
If you had £10 million as a budget, what would you do for this team?
Buy us a proper ground.
Proper ground?
Proper ground.
Finally, what would you like to happen in next season?
Win the league.
Win the league?
That's all we got to do.
Be promoted?
Get promotion again.
Okay, well thank you very much, Liam, and good luck with the final.
Nice one. Cheers.
Congratulations on making it to the cup final again.
Cheers. Didn't do much, but...
So, at this moment in time, what's your prediction for the match?
A win, as we beat him in most of the times we've played him, so...
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not going to give a score, but I'll win.
What has been the highlight of your season so far? Again, not played much. I think I've started 3 times. So them 3 starts is my highlight. But you as a striker, what is your greatest strength, your greatest weakness, and why?
My greatest strength is letting Matty Smith do all the work, past me and just tap it in.
And your weakness?
Everything else.
Someone was to write a biography about you, what would the title of the book be?
Hashtag Harry, makes sense on it.
And if you could compare yourself to a professional footballer, who would you be and why?
Professional footballer, Paul Gascoigne.
Gascoigne?
Because we've got the same natural ability, but we've not fulfilled our potential.
Not bad at all.
And a bit of drinking as well.
Okay, who do you feel has improved the most this season?
Improve the most? Ooh. I mean, see, it's a hard one this, because I think Mike, even a couple of years ago, removed the most improved award, because it's basically saying you were shit last year, but you're alright this year. What most improved? I don't know, do I say? Nathan's always been pretty good. Improved. I'll tell you who's not improved, Haig.
Haig's not improved.
He doesn't take people on anymore.
Which player on the pitch reminds you of a different professional footballer? Who does he remind you of and why? So you can pick anyone for that.
Jay looks like Harry Maguire for Leicester. Barton looks like John Stones. Matty Smith is Mario Götze. And, I can pick one more somewhere, can't I? Run out of tape here at me now, I've not got one.
No, you're not got one. Alright, no worries. Okay, 2 more questions to go. If you had a £10 million budget, what would you do?
Actually, Barton reminds me of Jordan Henderson because of the crab.
Okay then. So if you had a £10 million budget, what would you do for this team?
£10 million budget. Is it about buying a player? Because I don't think that'll be know if that's a good idea, because then we have to pay the wages, then we'll probably go into administration, and get fined, get kicked out of the league. So I'd probably like to try and get some backing behind us, maybe invest elsewhere, get a cash flow in for the team, and then like build a stadium like this, but better, because the pitch is a bit slant and it's a bit hard as well.
And your final question, what would you like to happen next season?
Next season, I'm moving to London, I think, so I don't know, hopefully win. But yeah, I probably won't play a lot of games next year, unfortunately. So this is like my last hurrah.
Your last one. Well, good luck in the final, Harry. Thank you for your time. Well, Jay, congratulations on making it to the final. What's your prediction for the match?
2-1.
2-1?
Last minute.
Last minute goal. What's been the highlight of your season thus far?
Probably getting to final.
Getting to final. What's your greatest strength and weakness on the pitch?
Don't really have many weaknesses.
You don't have many weaknesses.
Finishing.
Finishing.
Strength.
That's a strength.
Yeah, I don't have a weakness.
If someone wrote a biography about you, what would the title of the book be?
A hard one, that was.
So what sums you up in one word?
Show you what we did. Yeah, go on, answer for it. That'll be it.
Okay.
Too boring.
Too boring is the title of Jay's book. If you could compare yourself to a professional player, who would you be and why?
Yaya Toure.
Yaya Toure. And why?
Just apparently a player like him.
Who do you feel has most improved this season?
That's a hard one again.
6 hours later.
No, I need to pick someone. Nathan Barton.
Nathan Barton.
Yeah.
Which player on the pitch reminds you of a professional footballer? Who does he remind you of and why?
Matty Smith reminds me of Mario Götze.
Mario Götze.
He plays like him and looks like him.
Okay, if you had £10 million as a budget, what would you do for this team?
Take us to Vegas.
Take us to Vegas. That's very generous of you. Finally, what would you like to happen next season?
League and Cup double.
Not bad, League and Cup double. Right, well, good luck in the final,
Thank
Jay.
you.
Enjoy. Okay, congratulations, Mike, on making it to the final.
Cheers, Ross.
What's your prediction for the match?
We'll win.
You're going to win?
Yeah.
What has been the highlight of the season so far?
Oh, big difficult one, I think, I suppose. Doing so well in the league because we've got promoted into another division.
Yeah.
And hopefully by Sunday we come second.
As a manager, what is your greatest strength and your greatest weakness? And why?
Greatest strength is probably herding cats, which is what this lot are like. Greatest weakness is thinking they're still 12-year-old and trying to protect them on the sideline when they're all big boys now.
If someone wrote a biography about you, what would the title of the book be?
Why?
Just why?
No, that's why.
If you could compare yourself to a professional manager, who would you be and why?
Well, I'd have to stay allegiance to Liverpool, I suppose. Yeah, I'd go with Klopp.
Klopp? Who do you feel has most improved this season?
Difficult one, because they've all gone up another level. I would say there are a few people that have stood out this year when they can be bothered. Probably, oh no, let's think. Probably Cal Stirrup or maybe JC.
So, which player on the pitch reminds you of a professional footballer? Who does he remind you of and why? And you can't say Edgar Davids.
Jay Parkin.
Jay Parkin.
Michael Ballack.
Michael. If you had £10 million as a budget, what would you do for this team?
Buy them their own stadium, then take them on a world tour.
A world tour? Sounds good, progress pretty good. Finally, what would you like to happen next season?
We stay together and we give it a good go if we get promoted, but we enjoy it.
Belton. Thank you very much, Mike, and
Cheers,
good luck with the
Ross.
final.
Thank you very much.